Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Let me try and throw some more light on the subject. You should think of these things before you start the video, Gav. Sorry about if there's any ambient noise outside. That's the windows open and I can't really shut it to get too stuffy. So you're thinking, my life, Gav, not another model build when you've hardly finished any others. Now, as I said a week ago, we've got building work going on in the house. And it's, as we say over here, bedlam. Oh, I don't know if they say it anymore, but I do. And we've got contractors noise, you know, Hiltis, Kangos, you name it, and it's horrific. And I've got 2 more days to go. So because it's happening right on the other side of that wall, well, not that wall, the wall that I'm pointing to that you can't see. It's just so horrific, the noise. For somebody with a PTSD and stuff, it's not good. So I thought, what can I do downstairs on the kitchen table that doesn't involve me cutting mats down and carving the wooden table up? You know that's going to happen. So I thought, leave the scalpel upstairs, Gav. Don't take it. I ended up taking it. So it was, as it says on the thingy, the AMT Shelby GT500 Mustang. I was told that because it's an old kit, there's a it just needs a lot of fettling, to fit it and stuff. Thanks, Mike Miniature Motors, one of Texas' finest. And so I've been having a go with that, really. I was watching Paul at Left Coast Models, and he put a video up a couple of weeks back. I think it was the first one I saw. I'm not sure. Apologies for the clipper clopping in a minute. That's Arch just getting out of his bed. Do you need a hand, buddy? Can you get out? It's all right. He's got osteoarthritis and dementia. He's 13. He was saying, like, prepping your cars and all that, and enjoy prepping them. And I thought, right, I will sit down with all this tempest going around me, and I will, sand away to my heart's content, get the flash off and stuff. And then it started going, as it does with me a bit. I don't know if you know, but I enjoy scratch building and adding on bits and pieces to whatever I'm doing. And this has turned into be no exception. So I'm not going horrendously in depth with it, but I just wanted to at least start learning how to do this with cars, because unless you get stuck in, you don't know. Old Tom's first car's still stalled, although I do have paying for it. Old Tom's second car hasn't stalled. It's just doing what I need to be doing, bits and pieces. I just can't concentrate with all that on, whereas just sanding away, it's just as Paul said, actually, it's quite therapeutic. So, and the difference between that, say, and a model ship or something, there's a lot more car there to carry on sanding. And then I started making bits at night. I'd come up here when they'd all gone, and I just start mooching around with it. So let's go down to the bench and see what I've done with this Shelby GT500 so far. Right, guys, sorry, soldiers that I've been painting as well are behind all that. So what I've done here is, there was a great big trench where obviously you sit. I mean, and I apologise, most of my American Maras, they've built 10,000 of these all these different cars. I haven't, so apologies in advance if I'm teaching you to suck eggs. So there's a big gap, well, not gap, but like a trench running between the soft part of the seat, and I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be an exact hard seat. I keep looking at restored ones and originals and stuff like that, but I'm going for, anyway, I filled it in, I put some plasticard down, and then I use my method of talcum powder mixed with super glue, and it's coming up quite nice. You will get, because I'm not 100% yet on the super glue talcum powder method, I do get a bit of pitting where you can see I'll wash this over and it comes out, but there's a bit of pitting. What I find at the moment with either, then I'll put some neat super glue over the top just to see if I can get rid of those. You could always just also put some, perfect putty or whatever you call it, the Vallejo stuff. You can put that on as well. So you can see some of the plastic card there And what I'm going to do with this, I'd seen one or two. I don't know if they were, again, original cars. You know me, I don't know enough on the subject. But I'm going to run, as I'm going to show you a back seat in a minute, I'm going to run a piece of rod along there, and then gently, once it's all stuck on decent, I'm going to just gently file it down. But it'll give me a nice something for the when I get some bare metal foil, I can foil that and give it a nice chrome beading around it, and then probably down there. Obviously it's got some there. I take it that would be too. I even thought of putting some stretch sprue on top, but I thought it would make it look, it started making it look a bit naff, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get bare metal foil on these bits here. As you can see, I'm still working on this. It's just I've got 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get a video out before you know, the wife comes home and all hell breaks loose. So yeah, you can see a bit of pitting there as well, but that was a huge gap. I put some plastic. I should have put another section of card on that really, but that's, you don't see that anyway really when it's down, but I know it's there, so I'm going to try and give that a better fill and sand. This is on its second application, so that's that. What else have we got in our little box of goodies? No particular order, because I've just been sanding bits. The louvers on the bonnet, I did have fancy ideas of taking them out, and I'm thinking, Gav, let's not, was it run before we can walk? So all I did was take my scalpel, and I can feel that now. That's just a slightly better, you know, there's a bit more depth to them. So that's what I did with those. Apologise for the grubby fingernails. Can anybody tell me? I don't think they have. I have looked at bonnets, because I've got to work out how I'm going to do all this, and I would like to make some authentic springs. I saw that A4 garage bloke make some. Did that have grill mesh behind it, or was it open? So yeah, I've got to be looking at some more yet. Obviously I take it they had some stacks to go out through, the blower to go out through the top on some other makes. So I thought I'll fill that with my super glue, and I won't hopefully have maybe the square showing through, because I don't know if that'll show through the paintwork or not. But obviously there'll be some type of bracing, I'd imagine, on these. I did have a quick look, I've forgotten already. But when I get round to a real good session on the bonnet, apart from doing that bit, I'll build some bracing up whatever's on there as best I can. What else do we have? Well, there's our back seat. Yeah, so I put that round and just gently, without getting it too flat, and I thought, well, that looked nice, but it's got some, you know, some bare metal foil on. I've got some stretch sprue, because there's two like little aluminium bits in the seat either side, and on the front seats, which I haven't done yet. Made me a radiator. It doesn't stand up to, it's a classic Gav again. It's about a mil or 1.5 too long on that side, so I'm just wondering problem is then if I cut it back farther, then the gap isn't the same. Does that make sense? Oh, for the filler cap, you can't see it, but the filler cap, I took a piece of rod and put it in my Dremel, and then just put a chisel to it, and it just, you can't really see it, but it just made a nice little filler cap. It's going to be an aluminium one, this one. I saw some aluminium Shelby radiators. I've got to fill that up as well. And then these don't appear to be on the real car. Again, I'm sorry, I'm showing my ignorance, but they don't appear to be on the real car, these tabs. So when it comes round down to it, I'll remove those, and I've put my top and bottom hose and a little bleed, little plug there for bleed the radiator. So that's that. I think really that's. I've got other bits, but I can't really just show you bits of you know, stuff that I've just sanded with nothing really done to them. Let's get that back a bit. Yeah, it's been working away on the body. It hasn't had a light sand or anything yet to get rid of the scratches that I've put in removing things, but I've had a good go. And the same with the, well, it's not the chassis, is it, but the same as the bottom. It is a chassis actually. Is it a chassis? It's not a monocoque, is these? Are these monocoques or chassis? Anyway, I've been doing that to remove a few pin marks there. Open one of these was filled in, so I opened that up. So yeah, oh, and I've got to make some. I showed old Tom, when you put it together, the two halves, there's a huge gap at the back, and like he said, they're really old kits, and they will be hidden by the wheel, but I'm going to just to teach myself, I'm going to try and do a wheel tub at the back, try and hide the huge gap that will be under there. It might work, it might not, but I thought I'd give that a go. I might use these, or I might not. I might get some type of pipe and try and do something. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how good the rest of the car looks as I'm putting it together. It's just trying to teach myself little bits and pieces as I go. So yeah, there we go. Here's our GT500. Sorry if you can hear Arch panting away. He's getting all worked up, wants to go out. Looking forward to the rest of it. I did think of this is where Gav goes into the realms of fantasy. I did think of opening the door up, and I thought, nah, I don't know enough yet to do that type of stuff. So because I didn't know enough to do that type of stuff, I went and got, remember I bought a load of second-hand die casts to do some conversions in. Finally got round to doing some, and I hacked out the back of that. I had an hour and a half to spare, which that's what took to get me coping saw and go round that. I'm going to build up an engine and obviously fill that and do a back plate for it. I'm not opening the doors on that yet, or there. I don't know enough, but yeah, this little fella, put some of my own. I'm going to put some of my own bumpers on and stuff. So oh, the things that go into your mind. Well, I couldn't do anything more on the car for the minute, and I couldn't get anything done on old Tom's, and I've done enough painting, so I thought, now stuff it. I'll have a go on that. That's something I wanted to do. So thanks for stopping by and taking a look. I've got some figures to show you on the next vid. Probably a couple of days, because as I say, we're just playing around with the builders at the moment. Obviously, just trying to work in amongst them. Not their fault, the noise. It's just got to be done. So yeah, I want something like that on the rear, and then I need to see. I keep having a look. I'll be an armchair expert on the GT500 by the time I'm finished. The amount of photographs I have to keep looking. See, that's the other thing as well. I won't want to get the tub in now, but there's a great gap here where you put the firewall in and that, and I keep trying to see how it's to try and replicate the look of, obviously there's the pressed moulding and then the welding. That will be interesting. I say I'm trying to not get, by opening doors. I want to make it the best I can with the skill set I've got at the moment, but I don't want to bite off that much that it just goes, either I'll lose interest or it'll just look ridiculous. So yeah, thanks for stopping by and taking a look, much appreciated, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.